The US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov did talk for 10 minutes in passing at the G20 meetings. It's the first time they've talked since a phone call in July over the American basketball player Brittany Griner, who's now been released by Moscow and is back in the US. But after these talks, we can't really see that there's been any tangible outcome. It was, however, a chance for the US to reassert its perspective and reiterate that it continues to support Ukraine. Also to talk about another US citizen, Paul Whelan, that's being held in Russia. And also to push for Moscow to rejoin a nuclear peace treaty that it's just left.
I spoke briefly with Russia's Foreign Minister Lavrov on the margins of our G20 meeting today. I urged Russia to reverse its irresponsible decision and return to implementing the New START Treaty, which places verifiable limits on the nuclear arsenals of the United States and the Russian Federation. Mutual compliance is in the interest of both our countries. It's also what people around the world expect from us as nuclear powers.
At the G20 meetings, it was also a chance for Lavrov to hit back at accusations that Russia is harming global economies. In a statement saying a number of Western delegations turned the work of the G20 agenda into a farce, wanting to shift the responsibility for their failures in the economy to the Russian Federation. So really pushing back on that there, and also talking on a global food crisis. Russia is wanting sanctions to be lifted on its fertilizer exports before it's willing to restart a Black Sea grain initiative, which allows Ukrainian grain exports out to the rest of the world. Really, at the conclusion of the G20 meetings, there was less than hoped for that was agreed upon. There was no joint communique. The best they could come up with was something called an outcome document. Caroline Malone, CGTN, Washington.